11.
O'Sullivan well past the post. O'Sullivan was in with 54.
17.
Left himself a slightly awkward one. He missed that. But White was unable to exploit the reprieve.
20. 20, friend.
And from
Ronnie
that,
O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan had little difficulty in clinching the frame. He levels at 4-all.
Half chance for 5-3 and it's 4-all. Not really surprised.
No, not really. It can go any way now. It's getting very tense and tight. Jimmy had a chance to get back into that frame. Won a lot on the top cushion. I mean, it wasn't really careless so much as just sort of like a tough shot. You had to hit it hard, didn't he, John?
Yeah, to run through. It was a little bit harder than you'd expect him to hit it, but there's a heck of a lot of tension out there. The thing that's disappointing about it is the fact that, you know, he could have got himself back in the frame, even if he hadn't made a clearance. Just, you know, get yourself some points on the board.
Now, as good as both players are we going to see a few more of those moments now as we get towards the climax of the match?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, that's all you can say, possibly. I think probably of the two, Ronnie's liable to sort of fly and clear them up, but that's not to say that Jimmy can't do that. You would expect that possibly Jimmy might occasionally miss one of those, but that's not to say he could also just win it and play great snooker from here on in as well. It's, you know, who knows really.
John, what are your your overall thoughts now of the way this match is poised when you look at both players and the way they've gone about the last few frames?
Well, I think the big test for Jimmy coming up here is he's passed his test this week. Stephen Hendry 4-4, pulled away for 6-4, very impressive. Closed the match out with Peter Ebdon. This is another one. They're knocking on the door again. Can you do it again, Jimmy? Big ask.
Every frame is crucial, but does this one have extra significance? Sort of, if one wins it, there's more chance of the one coming back, or is it just anyone's now, Steve? It makes no difference.
No, it's a best of three. It's anybody's. It really is at this level. The excitement of will carry them through. The adrenaline will be fantastic out there for both players. The crowd will be so excited, and it's just who can hold themselves together.
Back to Clive and John. Gentlemen, what's your assessment of the way the match has developed?
It's a toss-up, but I agree with Steve that I think O'Sullivan is just slightly more likely to put in a devastating finishing burst.
Foul. And the miss. For Jimmy White.
Well, Jimmy didn't even come to the table there. He's having it replaced. Of course, the shot that Ronnie's playing is a difficult one at the best of times. Trying to come round with two cushions with pace, catch the red thin. He's playing it again. And this time, hit it to perfection. And Jimmy will be cursing the go again rule.
Oh, that's awful. Somebody...
You find that person, just throw them out.
Yes, quite right. The person who distracted White on that shot should be escorted from the arena.
Well, he went for the pot there, Jimmy. Why would somebody do that? I just don't understand people. We've got a great match on here, two great ambassadors for the game, and somebody wants to start whistling when someone's on a shot. Some sad people in the world. Went for the pot, hit it much too thick. He won't blame the whistler because he got back up and got down on the shot, but it doesn't help breaking concentration.
1. Eight. 9. $16. $17.
Well, it's a decision now. Does he play for the red near the right centre? He's got an angle to pot the black and come off the top cushion into the main bunch, which is what he decided to do, and he's had no luck. I don't think he's on anything.
24.
Maybe a possibility of the red he's closest to the far right corner, but that's about all.
Any closer.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan thumps the table in frustration.
Yes, and just to say that if the red had dropped in then,
That's
it'd have
enough.
been
Settle
replaced.
down. Thank you.
But how close can a ball be and not go in a pocket? That is unbelievable. That really is, and Ronnie entitled to be frustrated. It looked in all the way.
Yes, O'Sullivan had scored 24 and there were 4 more
7.
red colours there for the taking. If that had just dropped.
Now, the one thing that Jimmy White will do, that red over the far right corner pocket, he will ignore that completely. That's there as a reserve should he get in trouble after potting a colour and not getting on a red. It's the business
10.
end he needs to get to.
11.
Well, I'm not quite certain what he's played there. And maybe he might have to take the red over the far right corner now. I don't understand that shot. I mean, you would have thought he'd been looking for an angle on a colour to try and bring reds
16.
into play.
$17.
Well, he maybe it's just an angle on the black. And as long as he plays this in such a way that he hits the reds and comes back up, what he can do, over to the right-hand side of the table. Well, he's missed the reds. Oh, Jimmy. How can he miss the reds?
24.
He just got into it too much. It should have been a stunt, and he got too much screw. Now, can he get to this red? As Jimmy shows his frustration, can he get past the green? As this red's right in the jaws, you've got to hit the red first. You couldn't go cushion first there, you could miss the red. He just had enough angle to pot it. But he's not going to be good 25. On the colour. I can only see 5 extra points and a safety. Or maybe 6 if the pink goes, but being so close to the cushion, you won't want to be playing this with a lot of pace. Just playing safe.
$25. Jimmy White.
Didn't get the snooker. Ronnie coming round. I don't think there's a chance of a plant here. These 2 reds at the bottom of the cluster. Surely not.